Good morning, folks. Today is Wednesday, November 2nd, 2022. I am happy to say that I decided to skip work today again and go fishing because I, unlike many people, I have my priorities straight, okay? I'm kidding. Spent about 29 years working my butt off, so now I tend to try to treat myself every now and then and indulge in one of life's most amazing pleasures, which is fishing. All right, so I'm on my way to the Raritan Bay in New Jersey. 2 days ago, however, I was in Lewis, Delaware, and I just put a new trolling motor, a Minn Kota trolling motor, on my H Skiff 13. So I wanted to try it out. And let me tell you, that thing was amazing, or is amazing. I really enjoy having this trolling motor on my H Skiff. It has completely become a game changer, which, I'm a big fan of trolling motors, especially with the iPilot technology, the spot lock feature. I mean, I have a hard time being on any boat without it. I have a 20-foot Key West center console that has a 24-volt Minn Kota trolling motor, and there's just no other way to fish. I mean, fighting with anchors and all that stuff, hurting your back, and I mean, those days are way gone for me. I can highly recommend putting a trolling motor on anything, on a kayak, on a boat, on a skiff. If you can get the iPilot technology on your boat, you absolutely should. But let me tell you about my day in Delaware 2 days ago, Monday. So I go out there, and right when I get to the Roosevelt Inlet boat ramp, as I start backing up the trailer to launch it, and this was after I had loaded it up. I mean, the thing was ready. I had my rods, my radio, my life jacket, my lunch, everything. I'm ready to go fishing. I'm excited. The winds are going to be calm. The sun's going to be out. I hear a squeaking noise, and so I look in my rear view, or in my side mirror, and I see that the wheel is wobbling on the left side of my trailer. So I get out to take a closer look, and here all of the bearings on the wheel hub were gone. I mean, this wheel hub was just resting on the shaft. I'm guessing being held on by the nut that holds the bearings in place. So I'm like, crap, do I launch the boat and fix this later, or do I try to fix this now? So I figured the responsible thing to do was to fix it right away so that I don't end up having to work on this.
Hazard reported ahead.
Sorry about that. So that I don't end up working on it in the evening. And so it takes me 2 hours. Long story short, it takes me 2 hours to get the wheel hub repaired. I go to an AutoZone, and I'm able to do a temporary repair, and I'm able to get some fishing in, and I caught a bunch of sharks. So, it's okay. Sharks are fun to catch, but I was kind of hoping for something else, a croaker, a spot, a flounder, a trout, a sea bass, but no, it was just sharks, dogfish sharks, and what we call skates, which is kind of like a stingray, ugly fish. And it was a good day on the water, but I didn't feel like I really got my fishing in like I wanted to. So I go to work yesterday, and I realized that today it's going to be 70 degrees. 70 degrees. We're in November 2nd. It's going to be 70 degrees. The sun's going to be out. The sun is out now. The winds are going to be calm. 5-6 miles an hour winds. So the water should be flat. So I did what any responsible married family man would do. I take the day off from work, and I'm going fishing. Okay, so we are about 30 minutes out from the boat ramp. I'm going to be launching out of the Keyport Municipal Boat Ramp today. Launching this skiff at boat ramps that don't have a very convenient dock can be challenging. So it'll be interesting to see what type of experience it's going to be, because the boat ramps in Jersey, even though most of them have a dock to tie up your boat, it's further away from the ramp. So you almost have to be on your boat, and you have to drive it off the trailer to then take it to the dock. Well, in the summertime, that's easy. You can get wet, you can hop on. It's winter time, the water's about 58 degrees, so I'm not trying to get wet today. So hopefully it will be an uneventful launch. And I decided to launch out of the Keyport Municipal Boat Ramp because it's close to where I want to fish. I plan to fish the back bay in the Raritan Bay there. And I'm going after stripers today. So, all right, I'll see you guys at the boat ramp, and wish me luck. Let's hope that today is an uneventful day. The only events that I want to experience today is a fight or 6 with stripers, okay? Maybe even a blue. I would settle for a blue. A blue is fun to catch. They put up a hell of a fight, you know? So striper, blue, and maybe a flounder. You never know. So it's November. The water temperatures are about 57 degrees. So let's see what's out here. Hopefully it will be an exciting fishing day. All right. See you at the ramp. Easier in the summertime. Summertime, I'd be in there cooling off.
You don't mind getting in, right?
Yeah. Well, I need some waders is what I need.
Yeah, well, I thought that's what you had.
Nah, that's why I'm not going deeper, because if the water gets past,
I got you.
like here, so I need a, I'm only 3 years late on getting a pair of waders. So, yeah, that too. I have a longer rope. I just need it. Lucky. See, where there's a will, there's a way, right?
Nice little boat. I like that.
Thank you. All right, not too bad. Not too bad. There it is. Definitely a challenge, but it's doable. Coming back will be easier because I'll drive it on. I'll back the boat up and then I'll drive it on to the trailer. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm pretty dry. I didn't really get wet. Definitely need to invest in some waders because that would have been way easier with some waders. Only because it's colder, you know? Some waders I can just get in there and really do my thing and not have to make it so complicated. So not a big deal. I don't mind a little bit of work, but when you go fishing, it's all about maximizing your time on the water, right? And that's what I want to do. So I'm always thinking of ways to make it easier. Like even those ropes, I mean, they're great dock lines, but I probably should use for launching a better line, if that makes sense. So here's another cool thing. I just started my motor and I get to let it warm up while my trolling motor is taking me out. So again, just a lot of advantages. I mean, this trolling motor is definitely a game changer for this H Skiff. So if any of you ever consider getting an H Skiff, the first thing you should do, the very first thing that I would recommend you do, is put a trolling motor on it. You'll be so glad you did. You can try it without it, but I guarantee you you'll only go out on a few trips before you decide to do it. Just gives you a lot more control and makes it so much easier. Like right now I have it on autopilot. Here comes a boat. Hopefully it doesn't create too much wake for me. This is a no wake zone. Why? Look at that. There's New York over there. That's the Verrazano Bridge. Manhattan right over there. All right. Okay, learning a few interesting things about my H Skiff here. What can I tell you? One, today, as you can see, the winds are minimal. I'm fishing the Raritan Bay right now. That's the Verrazano Bridge over there, the Manhattan skyline. You probably can't see it on the GoPro here, but so again, the waves are minimal. I mean, there's some swells that are maybe a foot and a half, but here's what's happening. If I sit in the front, as you can see now, even when it's bouncing, so I didn't really take on water just now because I'm standing in the back. The bow is now up a little bit. So the weight that I added to the front makes the bow sit much flatter. So if a swell, if the bow dives into a swell, water comes on the skiff. Now these things are unsinkable, but I just use the rag to soak up the water and dump it because they do not have a bilge pump, which would be nice. A bilge pump would take care of that problem. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to add a bilge pump to this thing. Again, it's unsinkable, but no one wants to be standing in 6 inches of water when if you can see the floor here is only about 6 inches, okay? So I think in the summertime, I wouldn't care because it's summertime, right? And then it does have some scupper holes in the back that I now have plugged up because water will come in through the scupper holes, and it's not a big deal. Again, in the summertime when I'm barefooted and the water actually feels good when it's hot out, but in the winter I probably would not recommend taking this thing out in the Northeast in the winter like I'm doing today. Now again, today's a very nice calm day. It's about 57, 58 degrees. I'm sorry, the water temperature is 57 to 58 degrees. Today it's going to be almost 70 degrees. So, but I definitely would not be bringing this out in conditions that were any more severe than this. Honestly, I probably would feel more comfortable in a kayak in choppy water. I remember being out here in the old town when the chops were 2 to 3 feet, and I wasn't concerned at all. Water gets on the kayak on the old town, and it just goes down the scupper holes. So this is a little different. Not a big deal for me, but just trying to, you know, let you know what these things are all about. So right now I'm standing on it, so as you can see, it's very stable, even though there's some waves and whatnot, but I feel totally comfortable standing. I'm 6 feet tall, about 180 pounds, and I'm trolling this rod here. What else can I tell you? So yeah, with the motor and my cooler and stuff, standing in the back might be a better idea when there's chop, because it'll keep the front bow up a little bit. All right, so as you can see, it's a beautiful day out here, and I'm using lures today, and I'm hoping to get a striper on. So all right, but really enjoying my H Skiff here, or my H Skiff 13 here. Having a lot of fun with it. Again, trolling motor, absolute must. Trolling motor's a game changer. And yeah, so all right, hopefully the next time I come on, it'll be because I have a striper attached. All right. Well, what can I tell you? It is almost 3 p.m. I've been out here since a little after 9 a.m. this morning. Haven't caught anything except some beautiful sun rays. And I started with all this winter gear, layers, boots, thick socks, everything. I am now barefooted, and I keep taking layers off. It is so hot. It's gotta be, well, they said it was gonna be 70 degrees. Definitely feels like 70. I'm trolling right now with 2 rods. Completely drained my Dakota lithium battery, trolling with the trolling motor. So I'm using my 20 horsepower Merc here. And let me tell you, I couldn't be happier with this skiff. This thing is a lot of fun. Definitely not for big water, okay? Meaning, if there's gonna be waves and chop, don't do it. There's a big boat coming at me right now, and I really hope that he goes either that way or that way, but don't come right, yeah, please, thank you. Because the waves will get on the boat. So, he's still getting pretty darn close, sorry. Too close for comfort, because waves will come over the side of the boat and get on here. Anyway, but on a calm day like this, this bay's pretty big. The Raritan Bay is pretty big, and on a calm day like this, you can definitely be out in it. You just really got to know what you're doing. Sitting towards the back, keeping more of the weight in the back of the boat, definitely helps because it keeps the bow raised and it helps to prevent water from getting on here. I'd like to figure out how to add a bilge pump to this somehow. The deck is pretty flat, so I would almost have to cut a hole out and purposely create a mini pool, if you will, so that I can put a bilge pump in there, so that, and then connect that to an electronic so it can automatically dump the water out. Because I did find myself today using a rag to soak the water up and drain it. So there's a learning curve to using this type of vessel, but it's a lot of fun. I definitely think it's meant more for warmer weather, only because, you know, you're easily likely to take on water, to get splashed. Now the skiff is unsinkable. Wow, my radar is lit up. This would be a great time to get a bite here. It is unsinkable, so, you know, but it's never fun to have a boat full of water, right? So anyway, a lot of fun today. Wow, radar's lit up. Come on, something big, please. One for the road, you know? But couldn't ask for a better day. This is just a beautiful day. right, well, I hope you enjoy the video as much as I'm enjoying being on this skiff today. I'm really excited to take this thing to Florida this winter and mess around with in the shallow water areas down there, the back bays and whatnot.